So, just wanted to say be positive. You are fine. You are awesome just the way you are. And a lot of times, I think people speak and write and create art even for ourselves. We're kind of talking to ourselves. I'm talking to myself. I know that because I'm trying to figure out what I want to do today. It's pretty rainy, and I like this neighborhood. There's enough places to go for a coffee or grab some food and grab a beer. So it's not like I'm trying to get around all these places in London, but I have plans for today that I'm just curious I may be changing. Or so I bought a ticket to the longest running play in London, The Mousetrap, Agatha Christie. It's not typically my style, but it sounded fun at the time when I bought the ticket. And, solo, it's not as fun. A lot of things aren't as fun by yourself. In this generation or this time of humanity, a lot of us are solo. Fewer people being married, fewer people in, long-term monogamous relationships. And so we are alone in a lot of ways. And it's not, and the internet probably promotes this. And COVID didn't help anything and created some problems and probably maybe all of us. So I'm kind of backing out, and part of me feels bad, like almost like you're a bad person when you change your mind and waste money. What, $35 for the ticket? And but part of me is kind of thinking I don't, it's not exciting me, and to try to walk to the subway and ride the subway across town and then walk to the theater. And not only that, after the theater, I was going to go to the National Liberal Club. I bought a jacket, 45 pounds, $60, I think, because there's a dress code. And I have some pants that aren't jeans. They're cheap. But anyway, I did a few things, and maybe this didn't feel like the right time to do that either. And partly the dress code, they don't like tennis shoes. That's all I have is tennis shoes or athletic shoes, whatever you call them. So, and that's at 6 o'clock. Do I really want to go across town on the subway and then walk to? It's a really nice building, a really beautiful building. A lot of these older cities, and even at Washington D.C., you can go into a building uh, and there's fine art and stuff, but the building itself is art and beautiful and made from marble or expensive materials more than today. So I'm kind of, what do you call it, waffling, or, but I feel myself, it's like, okay, I thought it was going to be exciting, and oh yeah, let's do this. Let's go to the play, and oh, let's go to the National Liberal Club and talk politics, and maybe I'm not so excited now, and that's called change. And change is okay. Change is okay. Actually, change is the one constant thing that happens, and just as I've said, you are fine just as you are. And you are different today than you were yesterday, and you'll be different tomorrow. And that's the process of being born, living, and then dying. We're here for a particular period of time, and hopefully we grow through that entirety of time. And if you grow, then you will change. And that's okay. I think there's an innate goodness and light inside of us. And maybe that's a constant. Maybe it opens and closes some. I hope not. But this naturalness, the spontaneity, intuitive. We are, I think, intuitive, beautiful creatures, including knowing when, maybe I'm tired of doing that. I want to do something else. When I left Toulouse, I'd been writing songs every day for like 3 months, more than 3 months. But I don't have a guitar here. And I didn't want to, it cost a lot to have a guitar on a plane. So I bought a cheap guitar and I just left it there. And I bought a cheap jacket and I'll just leave it here. I don't want a lot of luggage with me. I don't need it. And maybe that's wasteful. Maybe that's the way it's supposed to be with me. I don't know. I can't. Don't overanalyze yourself. Don't beat yourself up. You're going down this path. Go down the path. There's a good part in a movie called Razor's Edge with Bill Murray, and I think it was a Buddhist, might have been a Hindu, washing his dishes. And Bill Murray made a joke, and the guy says, "Oh, washing dishes is a spiritual event." And Bill Murray made a joke again, and the guy just kind of looked at him like, "It's true. This is a spiritual event. We have to fix our meals, we have to eat, and we have to wash our dishes. You'll do that today. Maybe somebody will make your meal and wash your dishes at one of your meals, but hopefully not all of them. The basics of being a human being. Maybe it helps ground us, I need to get food. I need to prepare food. I'll eat the food and I wash the dishes. And you may do that 2 or 3 times a day. So we're beautiful, we're simple, we're so rare in the universe, we're common, we're equal, we're spiritual equals. And I was going to say, all this stuff, so much is going on with wealth concentration and the media consolidation, going to the same people, the same billionaires, controlling the message and trying to control us, which luckily I think we're doing a decent job at being good and holy citizens of this world, not just in America, but of the world. I saw some stuff on the Jeffrey Epstein files and all the criminality and sad abuses of women and young women and even children, and some of the most powerful people in this country and around the world trying to keep it quiet and keeping it quiet for years and years. And just having to deal with that as a citizen. We need to know what's happening. We need to know, you have to know this stuff. This is good citizenship, is you have to understand what's going on. You have to help us make decisions, not just with housing and employment and healthcare and environment, but also judicial system, the law. So it can be really sad. It is sad having to look at and try to understand what we should do about ICE and about Epstein and about corruption in the White House and abuses all around, the constitutional abuses all around, and stealing ballots from Georgia. So sad. All of this is troubling and real. And as a citizen, we have to face it. There's no other way. And I'm sorry about that, but that's the way it is. So even with all of that, know how wonderful you are. Have faith in yourself and the people around you. Be yourself and accept that, and that's okay because you're awesome. And if you change, like what I'm dealing with today, do I want to go to the play? Do I want to go to the National Liberal Club? I'm kind of changing my, and you can say I'm wimping out. Maybe I am. I don't know, but maybe that's part of my feelings now. Is that I'm not as excited about those things for a variety of reasons, and maybe I'm more excited about other things. The simplicity of walking in this neighborhood and going and getting some healthy food, even though it's packaged, because there's hardly any fresh food around here. Actually, some fruit. That's about it. But some of the packaged food is pretty healthy. I had some yesterday, and I should have some today. I had a big American breakfast this morning. They have the big English breakfast and the big American breakfast. They're both just loaded with calories and fat and meat. Yeah, that's what I had. So I'm as bad as everybody and I'm as good as everybody. By golly, love you guys.